Hi, I'm Rob Wilson, President of Employco USA and Corporate Risk Management. Thanks for joining me this week on this week's chat. Jason's on vacation, so we are doing a combined chat of Corporate Risk Management and Employco USA. So with me is Chris and Bob on the insurance side, and we wanted to talk a few minutes about the state of the insurance industry and what rates are looking at, what coverage is looking at, make sure you're covered properly. So you're seeing some movement in price increases in some different areas. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about your property exposures and
right. So property exposures today. So you got to really look at what your cost of replacing a building is these days. It may not even be the same price as a market value. It could be a lot more because the replacement cost for labor and for the cost of materials. Definitely need to look at something. Your building may be $1 million. Could have been $1 million 3 years ago, but today, I mean, it could be $1.5 million.
Right. So, Chris, you got to look at things like, make sure you got replacement costs. Mm-hmm. And we always recommend agreed value as well. Right. So that way with agreed value, not to get in the weeds, but you waive the coinsurance clause. But really with your cost of construction to replace the building, it may be more expensive to replace it than the market value.
Yep.
So
definitely.
You want to make sure that replacement costs. And when we look at rates.
I read the other day, lumber in 2019 went up 340%. I mean, so if you haven't looked at it in a while, then that's something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, so that on a limit side. And then when you look at where you're seeing price increases in the market, obviously cyber is going up.
Oh,
and then
definitely.
You're seeing EPLI, employment practice liability insurance go up, and umbrellas. So your national carriers, you tend to see an increase in umbrella coverage. So.
Yeah, the umbrellas market is definitely tightening. And the management liability side, especially employment practices liability with all the different newer laws related to HR, as well as, just everything happening around COVID, it creates the potential for more employee type claims.
On the Employco side, so we buy workers' comp and we buy employment practice liability on behalf of all of our clients. So we've got that combined buying power. So we were our premium was pretty flat on the EPLI, but we saw in the marketplace that a lot of clients on a standalone basis, you're seeing increases in some cases up 25%.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
But feel free to reach out to us if you have questions. We're past the first of the year, so it's a good time to do a tune-up or a checkup on your coverage. Make sure that you're not overinsured or underinsured, and that the big thing that we run across all the time is gaps in coverage. Where if you've got a couple layers of directors and officers liability, and you're missing a gap, or if your workers' comp limit is too low before your umbrella attaches. You really got to take a look at the fine print on your insurance policies and make sure that you're properly covered. So happy to help with that anytime. Reach out to Chris, Bob, or myself. So CRM-Inc. is our website on the HR side, employco.com. Happy to help anytime. Thanks for joining us.